Just happy to see Marlins baseball. I know we have, like I said, the majority of the bullpen got hit. Our starting catcher.
Yeah.
Our starting shortstop. Our starting second baseman. And we talked about it a little bit before. And this is a tricky one. So Isan Diaz, because he plays second, my son plays second, I play second in my has-been league. One of our favorites had that moment last year, hit the big home run, the father that I ended up meeting in a ball game, and so we're rooting for this kid. He's Puerto Rican, like my wife and my son, and he decided to opt out.
Yeah.
And and it's one of those things where they asked me about it, and I said, well, it's a tough call. You're never going to blame anybody for worrying about their health. But him personally, like I was telling my brother, for his case, that's a tough call because he's not an established major leaguer. Like, this was a big season for him to say, hey, look, I'm the guy at second base. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and he could establish himself.
Yeah. Or, if it didn't work out, unfortunately, the Marlins say, okay, we need to go elsewhere with this position because he's just not the guy. Because he had some sparks last season, but he hit under 200. I mean, it was, I don't know, I'd be lying to you, if maybe 50 games or whatever, but maybe a little bit more. Oh. But he hit, over 150 at-bats, he hit 200.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I just feel for him in the sense that I get the health concerns and all that stuff. Number one, you can get this virus just as well when you go back home because now you're not really controlled. Where we're now, the MLB, whether it's followed or not, but the MLB's on your ass.
Yeah, they're constantly checking,
making sure that so you're probably going to be safer in that environment than you are home where you have nobody to say, hey, look, don't go here, don't go there, don't do. Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for his case personally, it's like I told my brother. Now, if Rojas comes back from the virus, you can slide him over at second base or to second base. Then you have like Jazz Chisholm, that's a top shortstop prospect. You bring him up at some point this year.
Yeah.
He gets the job done. Who's the odd man out? Isan's not there to say, hey, no, remember me?
Yeah.
So I for his career, I kind of felt, kind of, not to mention, it's understandable. Again, health is number one. But it's a pool of 50, 60 players, right? Mm-hmm. You're telling me there's not one, at least one. I mean, let's be real. That many players, you got a couple of assholes. You got a couple of really nice guys. You got a couple of great dads. You got a couple of shitbag dads. You got the guys that want to go out and have groupies. You have the guys that are loyal to their wives. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people. You don't have one or two guys that are like, yo, fuck this guy. He left us like that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
In the locker room?
Of course you're going to get that.
And like Nick Markakis with the Braves, he initially opted out about 2-3 games into the season.
Okay.
He came back. And he said, and I quote, I felt like I was letting my team down. We're in this together. And so, again,
maybe.
I wish Isan the best, and I hope he comes back and kills it, but it's a tough blow. As a fan and as a kid who's trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got the chance to live out your dream and be an MLB player.
I know.
And shitting every team when you come back, bro.
And he's not the only one, and not just baseball. I've seen football guys do it. But it is true. I haven't seen any real heavyweights say that. And maybe it's because they figure, well, I'm not starting. And baseball's a little different because in the NFL, unless someone gets injured sometime, and it can happen.
Yeah.
You already know you ain't getting reps in practice. You're not going to see the field. Unless someone gets injured, you're not coming in. So maybe they're thinking, is it worth it? I don't know. But I hear you.
But it's like
and you know what, though? I will say this, though. To that, at least for them, you already know guys could be sitting at home drinking a beer on the couch. Somebody gets injured on Monday Night Football, and you're like, I'm going to definitely be getting a call. And they'll get a call, and they'll literally have to get over there.
Yeah.
So it could happen, whether you're there or home.
Yeah.
But I know exactly what you're saying.
But just for him personally, because it's not like if Mike Trout, thank God, for all baseball fans, Mike Trout ended up playing, with the exception that he missed a few games. His son was born on the 30th, so congrats to him. He'll never see this, but but for first time dad, But so, let's say he would have opted out. Okay, Mike Trout would have came back in 2021 and been second batter like he is now, playing center field.
Yeah, he'd still be all-star.
Write him in.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right.
This kid it's not that situation.
Yeah.
It's a guy trying to prove himself.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit, as a fan, just rough to be like, damn, dog, really? But
I guess he's got his reasons.
yeah.